Hello everyone, today we're going to make another mutton varaval. Some people call this mutton sukka, different names, but I always get confused by all these names. To me, everything is a varaval, but different methods of doing it. So I'm going to call this mutton varaval version 3. I've done version 1, version 2. This is version 3. Okay, I've got a kilo of mutton here and I've got some bones, about 300 grams of bones I've bought separately. So 1.3 I've got here, okay. And what I will do first is I will take a pressure cooker and get it ready. I've got 1 soup spoon of ghee in here and I'll add in another 1 soup spoon of oil. Okay, now I've put aside the pressure cooker with the ghee and oil. And what I have here is 1.5 kilo bones and meat mutton. I'm putting in half a tablespoon of turmeric and half a tablespoon of salt. Now I'll just marinate this and put it aside. Hari ni aunty nak masak mutton varaval versi 3 ya. Setengah orang panggil ni suku, mutton suku lain-lain sebab sekarang aunty perakkan daging kambing ni dengan setengah sudu makan serbuk kunyit dan setengah sudu makan garam. Kita perak saja. Lepas tu kita alihkan. Dalam pressure cooker, nanti masukkan 1 sudu sup rata ghee dan 1 sudu sup minyak ya. Kita siapkan dulu pressure cooker. Kalau tak mau pakai pressure cooker, kita boleh rebus saja tapi biar air 2 inci atas daging ya. Tapi untuk pressure cooker, kita pakai sikit saja air. After pressure cooking the mutton, the things you'll need is oil, salt, red chili powder, turmeric and water. And here I have 2 thumb size ginger and 13 garlic. All these will be blended together into a thick paste. And 13 shallots. Slice them. Not too thinly, but just nice. Slice them just nice. And here we have 3 curry leaves, a wedge of lime we will be using at the end. And here 5 dried red chili. This is for roasting it in oil at the end. And this is what is important for this mutton. All these spices will be dry roasted. I'll run by the spices and the amount for you, and this will be for 1.3 kilo of mutton with bones. What I'm going to use here is 1 flat soup spoon cumin. Semua bahan ni adalah penting untuk masakkan varaval ni. Saya akan list semua dekat bahagian description. 1 sudu sup rata jintan putih dan jintan manis di sini 1 sudu sup penuh ya. Ini lebih daripada jintan putih. Macam 1 sudu sup yang membukit ya. Lepas tu lada hitam. Ini pun paling penting untuk masakan ni. 1 sudu sup membukit sikit. Okey, 1 kayu manis 1,5 inci macam tu. Bunga lawang 1 saja ya. Lepas tu 6 pelaga. Lepas tu ini cili kering yang dipatah-patah. Nanti ambil 4 cili kering dan patah-patahkan dia. Dan di sini ada satu jenis dia kulat yang tumbuh dekat batu-batu tepi sungai semua. Dia dipanggil kalpasi. Kalau ada pakai, kalau nak cari dekat kedai-kedai India yang jual rempah-rempah ya. Ambil 1 cubit saja ini. Dan di sini ada 2 sudu sup biji ketumbar. 2 sudu sup penuh sikit lah. Itu saja ya. Tapi sebelum roast, kita keluarkan cili kering dulu. Sebab ini kita roast tanpa minyak ya. Lepas tu akhir-akhir baru masuk cili kering ni dan kita roast. Kalau tak digelap sangat ya. Tak cantik lah kan. Okay, I will run by all these ingredients for roasting, but do remember to put in the dried chilies only towards the end while you're dry roasting this. What you will need is 1 flat soup spoon of cumin, 1 heaping soup spoon of fennel, and you will also need 1 heaping soup spoon of black peppercorns, and coriander seed you will need 2 soup spoonfuls, and you need about 3 to 4 dried chilies that's been cut into 2, 1.5 inch cinnamon stick, 1 star anise, and about 6 cardamoms, and 1 pinch of kalpasi, and 7 cloves. That's all. But roast this first without the chilies and add it towards the end so that you have a nice color on your spice mix. And after cooling it out, blend it. You can blend it up to 80% fine. Do not go 100%. It's nice to see the quite rough spices sticking on the mutton. And then I'll get everything done and we will pressure cook the meat first. The meat put in with about half half a container of water, and do not put too much of water because you will have the juice from the mutton coming out. Just mix it well and pressure cook it. But before you pressure cook the mutton, you have to put half the amount of this blended stuff and saute them, okay, and then you put in the meat and stir fry it with a bit of chili powder, and then you pressure cook it with water. Okay, ini bila kita goreng dan last kali masukkan cili kering, kita blend kering tapi jangan halus sangat, macam 80% halusnya, sebab cantik bila rempah-rempah tu keliling daging kambing kita ya. Dan lepas tu kita panaskan ghee dengan minyak, dan setengah daripada bahan blend tadi yang ni kita masukkan dan tumis. Lepas tumis, masukkan kambing tadi yang diperak dengan garam dengan kunyit saja. Kita golek-golekkan dia dalam ghee dengan minyak tadi dengan halia dan bawang putih. Bila semua dah okey, dah kita golek-golekkan dia, bau pun sedap, baru kita masukkan air. Hanya separuh pressure cooker. Tapi kalau pakai periuk biasa, biar 2 inci atas daging lah. Kita rebus sampai empuk. Okey. Kalau pakai pressure cooker, kita tunggu sampai whistle pertama, api besar. Lepas tu perlahankan api sampai sederhana gitu, dan biar dia masak selama 6 minit gitu. Okay, the way to boil the mutton is to saute the marinated mutton pieces in the ghee and oil mixture after adding this blended ingredients and sauteing it properly. Then you add in the marinated meat and saute properly, and once you get a nice smell coming out, then you add water, half of the pressure cooker. If you're using normal pot, make sure you have enough water, about 2 inch above the mutton, and boil it down until properly cooked before you go to the third stage of cooking. Now we heat up the oil and the ghee in the pressure cooker, and this is the blended ginger and garlic. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons and saute in this. Panaskan minyak dengan ghee, dan sekarang Aunty ambil hanya 2 sudu makan bahan blend putih dengan halia. When you get a very nice smell, only then add in the mutton. Bila dapat bau harum, baru masukkan daging kambing yang diperak dan kita gaul-gaulkan. I'm going to give you a tip. At this juncture, you can always add in a small piece of jaggery or vellum, because that will give your dish a very nice color. Pada waktu ni Aunty kasih satu tip, nak pakai boleh pakai lah, kalau tak suka jangan pakai ya. Gula vellum atau gula jaggery itu kita pakai 1 keping kecil waktu ni, nanti daging kita sedap dan juga color rempah-rempah nanti makin menonjol lah, cantik color dia. I've shaved a little bit of vellum, I would say 1 tablespoon flat. Saya kikis-kikis tadi gula vellum. Ini optional ya. Kalau tak ada, tak nak pakai pun tak apa. Kita dah gaul-gaulkan. Sekarang tengok ya, kalau pressure cooker apa-apa kamu pakai, air hanya masukkan macam dekat-dekat separuh saja daripada periuk. Kalau pakai pressure cooker, tak apa kalau macam bahagian atas-atas tu tak kena air, tak apa, sebab steam tu akan naik. If you're using pressure cooker, then only put about half. Doesn't matter if it doesn't get the water, because the steam would come up and cook up the meat. So don't worry about it, and the meat from the mutton will also ooze out. If you're using normal pots to boil, make sure you have at least 2 inch of water above the mutton when you're boiling. I'm going to close it. First whistle you get on high flame, you reduce it halfway and cook it for about 6 minutes. Okay, pasangkan tombol. Bunyi whistle pertama dalam api, pakai api besar. Bila kita dengar bunyi whistle pertama, kita turunkan api ke sederhana, bukan kecil ya. Lepas tu tunggu 6 minit dan off api dan tinggalkan saja, jangan kacau. Sementara kita potong bawang-bawang semua, kita tinggalkan saja. Lepas bunyi pertama ya, after the first whistle you hear on a high flame, reduce the flame to medium and wait exactly 6 minutes and off the stove and leave it there while you cut your onions up. Okay, put about 2 soup spoons of oil and fry the ginger garlic paste. Masukkan 2 sudu sup minyak dan tumis paste bawang putih halia sampai wangi. In the sliced small onions now. Masukkan irisan bawang merah kecil sekarang dan daun kari ya. Add in half a teaspoon of salt. Masukkan setengah sudu kecil garam. Put in all the dried chilies. Just cut them to half if they are long, but if they are small, just leave them be. Saute properly. When it's golden like this, add in 1/3 of a soup spoon of turmeric. Bila dah keemasan macam ni, kita masukkan 1/3 sudu sup serbuk kunyit dan 1 sudu sup penuh serbuk cili. Jangan masukkan banyak-banyak ya, sebab ada cili kering di sini, ada cili kering dalam bahan-bahan blend kasar macam ni rupa dia, bahan-bahan blend kasar ya. Lepas tu ada lagi apa? Ada lada hitam sekali dalam tu. So jangan pakai cili ni banyak-banyak. Okay, bila dah masak cepat ni, kita masukkan rebusan kambing. Lepas tu kita turunkan api ya. Turunkan api separuh saja ya. I put in 1 teaspoon soup of chili powder and 1/3 of a soup spoon of turmeric powder. Do not use a lot of chili powder because there's also whole chili kering in there, as well as in the roughly blended ingredients there's peppercorns and dried chili. Go easy on the chili, and once the mutton has gone in, slow cook this with a lid. It's already very nice. Put half the amount first, the other half you leave it for the end. This will be your hot dish. It's really tasty, and I will close and cook it. Rempah kasar tu nanti masuk separuh saja ya. Nanti yang baki-baki tu kita masukkan last, tutup dan masak api kecil ya. Sederhana hingga kecil. Jadi dia lagi empuk. Dan rempah tadi nanti pakai separuh lagi, last kali dia masuk. Sekarang buka dan keringkannya. Open and cook it and dry it up how much you want. And taste it. I've tasted it. It needs a bit more salt. So I'm putting another half of this spoon of salt. If you want it with a bit of gravy and you don't want exactly a lot of it, then you can stop it at this stage and add in the remainder spices. The spices will actually soak up the liquid and it will become drier. Kalau nak kuah sikit tapi tak nak warna, nak kuah macam ni, sebelum off api, masukkan baki-baki rempah kering dan setengah limau nipis, jus limau nipis. Add in at the end half a lime juice and off the flame immediately. I want it dry because I'm going to have this with yogurt. Saya nak kering-kering sikit sebab nanti nak makan ni dengan yogurt. Dah wangi sekali. It's just got a very nice spicy aroma. Okay. Masuk garam ni kita kena hati-hati ya. Jangan terus pakai sebab kambing ni sedap kalau dia ada kemanisan daging tu. Terlalu bergaram kadang makan tak sedap lah. Okey, masukkan semua. Ini memang pedas ya. Kalau tak nak pedas lagi, kita simpan baki tadi dalam Tupperware dalam peti dingin beku. Lain kali boleh masak lagi. Nampak tak warna dia kering-kering lah. Ini gelap sikit. Memang ini berempah ni. Kita dah rasa lagi satu kali ya. Orang India memang suka makan daging yang berempah ni. Macam ni. Tapi kalau kamu bukan orang India, try first time pakai separuh. Jangan tambah lagi macam saya. Tengok kamu boleh okey ke kalau tambah lagi. Ini sedap makan dengan rasam, dengan sodi, dengan apa-apa kari yang light ya. Muru pun sedap. Okay. This is done. I'm going to squeeze the lemon juice, lime juice, and switch off the flame. Once you put the lime juice, it's important not to cook it anymore. Just off the flame. Kalau pakai limau nipis ya, jangan masak lama. Off api terus kacau saja. Jangan lama-lama.